Day 8. After breakfast, it's time to join the Dubrovnik City Tour.
Apartments, and Dubrovnik is crazy busy.
Get a little bit more of the last. I just saw this. I'm not going to get the.
I mean, the islands beyond this are spectacular, aren't they? Just a chain of them. Wow.
Right.
You good?
Where's my phone?
Your phone? Oh. Where's your phone?
This might probably work out. Guys, if you make money from that movie, we only have one cut. Don't come this side. No. This is Island of Lockroom.
Exit now, and Mario will drop us off on the main city gates, and this is the same place where the buses will do pickups in the afternoon.
Happy to announce Nicola, okay? And we already talked a little bit about Saint Nicholas, and Nicholas is a very, very important patron saint because Saint Nicholas is patron saint of.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubrovnik. As I was announced, my name is Nikola, just to unmask myself. Welcome to Dubrovnik, and yes, today we are going to have a local guiding of the Old Town, where we are about to learn about culture, history, but also I will share some of the private stories of how is to live inside of one of the most visited locations in the region. Okay.
And we already talked a little bit about Saint Nicholas, and Nicholas is a very, very important patron saint because Saint Nicholas is patron saint of.
Once a couple of people walking over there are the one which could be walked whenever
occupying 37-meter tall bricks and installing catapults and traditions, occupating dominant working position to achieve the
mighty fortress on the other side, across the Old Town, Fort of St. Small drawbridge, outer gate of Pile, and very soon inside you will see inner gate of Pile. Above and also important longer way around. In the past, I must tell you that during glory days of Dubrovnik, only nobility, peasant population would be taking. Let's take, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit to the left. The second biggest street. Main street I will leave for the end times. Let us walk just a little bit. Just a little. A little bit. First, to introduce a couple of really notable buildings. This fountain, little church. Feel Dubrovnik locals are actually taking a huge pride in the fact that let's go over there. As I told you, Main Street, which is behind our back, I will leave for the end times. Street and all of these back streets connecting to, this is the lowest geographical point of Dubrovnik. The moment you depart to the right-hand side of second biggest street, Main Street and second biggest street, and I would say, we'll stop here for a while. Reason why we are stopping here, well, and that's where actually I was drinking my morning coffee, having breakfast before meeting you, ladies and gentlemen, on Pile Square. And one bedroom on the other side. So, is it a cool place to live? Well, it is a special place to live. Do I like it that much? After that disaster of 1667. And also we can continue from here, ladies and gentlemen. And also any time that you see an open gate of buy a new car, reinvest, and that's what motivates people to sell property. Even I don't know how many Airbnb accommodations are available. Unfortunately, a lot of them. Some people even tried to count all of the largest cities in Croatia. This is slowly like a fade out part of a year. No city, no cathedral. Dubrovnik during its glory days, during golden age of a city, a couple of hundreds of years ago. Well, this street would actually be the most important one. In the past, in Middle Ages, if you didn't had cathedral in your settlement, after structure of did not had a big army. Just huge fan of cinema. I watch absolutely. I just love it. I go like it was a center of government. Sponza Palace was center of super cool information. First ever public insurance office in the world, located over the collecting place above the entrance gate, and so on. Entrance to the courtyard of Sponza Palace. Minutes just exploring the main courtyard of Sponza Palace. Written evidence how bank loans, how that story about it was going on, let's say in early 1500s. We have tall stand to the north, tall stand to the south, and flat playground, meaning so if statue of Saint Dominic, and on top, of course, a statue of Jesus Christ. One of the rumors who was paying for the restoration, okay, interesting things are going to happen on streets of our, ancient and sacred cities, but after beach the sea, you will have beautiful sunset time. So let's a little bit more. These important economic area of Dubrovnik through the past, the port. Port was always located here, like from the beginnings of Dubrovnik. And let's say that all of the wealth needed to pay for all of this you have said. Fleet was bringing huge wealth right here. Fleet consisting almost 300 big wooden ocean-faring vessels, which went trading in all of the lands which were known to Dubrovnik in that moment of that was, let's say, one of the things. Okay, from here on the edge of the big cliff, we can see big hotel complex. Hotel Belvedere opening up, and city would be open. Also, gate of Pile, western gate. Then we met big fountain of the old town. We were walking actually second biggest street. We have done a little bit of detouring here around the cathedral, then Rector Palace, and we appeared in other part of the main street. Then we took this street over here, mighty Revelin Fortress, where we were just a couple of moments ago, and where we are at the moment is actually quarantine complex, Lazzaretti. Lazzaretti complex, you can see they have like 5, let's say, kind of mini squares and 10 big buildings. It was like a. Also, while I am still here, I would invite you if you have any of the questions, comments, anything you would like to add or ask.
Thank you.
Hvala. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Who is the mentor?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hvala puno.
We are going to attend a talk, The Siege of Dubrovnik by Aida, on how courageous women helped their city to survive the war. In 1991, the Croatian forces in Dubrovnik had been attacked by the Yugoslav army for 9 months. During that time, 2,000 women decided to stay and carried supplies to soldiers and civilians and worked with Doctors Without Borders.
When they asked me to give a talk on the war, I was a little bit hesitating because it's always connected with the emotions. It's always bringing back the bad moments. But I think that people should know, because more they know, better they become. Very often people think that a lot of things are granted, and they are not. Everything can change overnight, as it happened here, and unfortunately it's happening now in Ukraine as well.
This is the result of 9 months' war. In Croatia, 12,000 died, 35,000 wounded, and in Dubrovnik, 430 soldiers died and 900 wounded. Now is the free time after 12:30. We decided to pay $35 to enter the city walls. Thank you. It took us 35 minutes to finish the city walls. You can pay here and go up? Yes. Oh, another entrance. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Tonight we are having a home-hosted dinner at Gromaca village.
Drink. For aperitif drink, we would offer you, this is a rose liqueur, sweet one, and this is a grappa, strong brandy. Both of them are homemade and homegrown. For sweet, you have dried figs in the middle, orange and lemon stripes with the sugar. Oh well, the cherry. This is a cherry cake. So please take the sweets. People in the past, the last generation of my grandmother, they didn't have the kitchen like we today have in a house. They had the smokehouse, which was the kitchen, dining room, living room, everything. Instead of the smokehouse, they have the bathrooms and they have the bedrooms. So most of the time, if they weren't on the land, if they weren't farming, they spent here in this room. You can see these old black pots. In that pots, the women prepare different kind of meals. They put the pots on a chain, put the fire on, and then they cooked the meals.
You don't want to get sick. Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot of sugar.
Olive oil. Thank you. Okay. No, thank you.
This is where you were before. How super.